PNC Sports Now, presented by Budweiser.
Happy Friday Eve. Another PNC News is upon us. Good evening. I'm Blake Watson. A look at the rugby championship in just a bit, but first, the IIAAG high school tennis season wrapped up yesterday in Agano with the finals. Here's more. Here is your championship recap from the 2015 IIAAG high school tennis season, both girls and boys division. The St. John Lady Knights senior Margot St. Nicholas, she was the #1 seed and also the girls MVP for the league. She wins the title against fellow Lady Knight Canasta Abrams, also of St. John, 8-3, the final in that match. In the boys division, Father Duenas Friars Jr. Brian Tuncap Jr., the #2 seed, upset top-seeded MVP Sidney Gazden. He's of Guam High. 8-5, the final in that match. The final league standings, the Father Duenas Friars tennis team finished as the boys champions, while the St. John Lady Knights win the girls title. Coming in second overall in the boys division was St. John, followed by third place, which went to Harvest Christian Academy. For the girls, second place was awarded to the Harvest Christian Academy Lady Eagles, and in third place for the 2015 IIAAG tennis season for the girls division was the mighty Academy Cougars. A rivalry we all know well, FDGW. George Washington defeated the Southern Dolphins on their own home turf to advance for the second year in a row to the rugby championship. The Father Duenas Friars, they had to swim through shark-infested waters before they could punch their ticket. Here's more. Friars Sharks, championship hopes on the line for sure in Nilau as these two teams battled it out in what was an exciting match. Both teams come out aggressive and focused. Both teams also do well to spread the ball around and get some open field in the early goings of this match. You could feel the intense vibe that both teams wanted to get on the board first and take that first step towards the big game, the championship. Tackle after scrum, after ruck, after scrum, after tackle. Tons of action in this game. Everyone on the edge of their seat waiting to see who would cross the try line first. Neither team giving up anything. Both defenses playing solid throughout. However, it's the Simon Sanchez Sharks who do strike first, but in the end, it's the Father Duenas Friars who take the victory to advance. 18-12, the final. And bouncing over to a different sport, let's look at hoops. Our stroll down NBA Boulevard for the day. Ben McLemore scored 27 points. Rudy Gay added 26, and the Sacramento Kings snapped a 4-game losing streak with a 113-106 victory over the Charlotte Hornets in Charlotte. The Bulls, they snapped a 3-game skid without 4 regulars and 3 of their top 5 scorers. Aaron Brooks scored 7 of his season-high 31 points. It came in overtime. That helped Chicago beat Philly 104-95. The second seed in the West, Memphis, not helping their playoff spot any. They drop 1 in Boston and lose by 3. And to end it out, the Nets Heat. Miami trying to hang on to the last spot in the Eastern Conference playoff race, and a win would help. They beat the Nets 104-98 on their home court. All right, so before we get out of here, we are joined in studio by Joy Lujan from Payless Supermarkets, and we are here to talk about the Kick the Fat 5K that is going on next weekend. But there is a deadline that needs to be met that happens tomorrow around this time. And now I'll turn it over to Joy and ask her a little bit about that deadline. So it's the 19th annual, real quick before we get into it, Kick the Fat 5K. And registration ends tomorrow for a special
chip.
Yeah, it's the first, I would say, the first time ever for a 5K.
The first time we've ever even used it ourselves. So tomorrow is the deadline to sign up. It's 6 p.m. Registration closes. So you have today and tomorrow, 6 p.m. to sign up at any of our store locations or www.paylessmarkets.com.
Okay, and a little bit about the chip. Can you just kind of go into it for those who may be a little bit vague on, what the chip timing means, or what that actually is?
Okay. So what it is a chip is like a wristband. When you go to a concert, they give you a paper wristband, and that's all it is. So you take the paper wristband and you tie it around your lace, and what it does actually is it gives you more efficient race results. So when you cross that line, it's going to say Blake finished at 24 minutes. And you're a male, and so that gives you more efficient race time results. You don't have to use your watch, or so you're able to cross the finish line and not worry about anything.
Okay, and the event, of course, like we said, it does happen next week. That's going to be next week. Yeah, next week Saturday, starting at Paseo, 5 o'clock showtime, 6 o'clock go time. And if they do miss the chip timing, maybe they're already Slam this week. Next week, registration is also available, and just
registration's available all week long. So if you miss tomorrow for the early registration, you're still able to register, but it increases to $15. So we really encourage everyone to come out and register early by tomorrow, 6 p.m. Any of our stores are online at www.paylessmarkets.com.
And that will wrap up all the time we have here for another PNC Sports Now. Until tomorrow night, I'm Blake Watson. See you at the game.
PNC Sports Now, presented by Budweiser.